Hey everybody, DIY Dad back again. I'm going to show you today a really simple solution to getting some of your kids' stuff off the ground. It's a pretty cheap, easy option and one that I've already used quite a few of. So we're going to talk about how to install a ceiling hoist today. Here we go. So the first question with an install like this is, where are you going to put it? And for this decision, really you're going to look at where these can hang, where they're not going to obstruct like your garage door opener, your lights, things like that, but also where the ropes can come down. So the way this works, there is a set of pulleys that get installed on the ceiling, and then there's a rope that comes down, which you can kind of see right there, and that has to get tied off somewhere. So I'm going to be installing these in this open spot over this stall. The second question with the install is whether your hoist is going to run with your roof joist or whether they're going to run across. Now, for the way my particular stall is set up, I'm going to have to run across. In order to do that, I need to take a piece of scrap 2x4 and actually connect it here into the ceiling joist. So I've got a couple pieces. I'm going to roughly get them placed about where I want the hoist to be. I'll toss those up on the ceiling and then we'll do the next step. My two boards up on the ceiling, they're pretty close together because I'm only dealing with kids' bikes. If you're dealing with adult bikes, you might want a little bit of a bigger span. So now let's take a look at the kit itself. The kit for this is pretty straightforward. You have two different pulleys that get attached up on your ceiling. There's a regular pulley, and there's this one which has a brake on it, which I'll show you in a little bit. The rope kind of goes through there. You have your two pulleys with hooks that hook onto the bike itself, a rope that goes through the entire thing, and then this tie-off bracket, as well as a couple screws. Your next step then is going to be to measure on the bikes between the handlebars and the seat. On my son's bike, that measurement is going to be about 21 inches. And on my daughter's bike, we're going to be looking at actually about the same. So about 21 inches on both. Now the reason we're measuring this is so we can get the spacing on these brackets correct. You'll get the two regular bikes that we've got hung on our ceiling. You'll see that the pulleys pull pretty much straight up. So we've got our spacing accurate so that when the brackets that hook to the bike nest against the ceiling, they fall correctly against the pulleys that exist. If you look at our come along, you'll see that this one's set up wrong. The reason this one's wrong is because it wasn't originally meant for this, and we just adapted it to get it off the floor for the winter. So in the spring, I'll move that bracket further over so that this pulls up nicer because it's about as high as we can bring it right now. Now, as I mentioned when we were looking at the 2x4s here, your two options on install are whether they're going across or with the joist. If they're going with the joist, you don't have to do the 2x4 step. You can just hook them directly into the joists. If they're going across, you need the 2x4s to actually mount the brackets into so that you can mount them with the appropriate spacing for the thing that you're looking to hang. Looking at our brackets then, that measurement of 21 inches is going to be the distance that we want when this is mounted up on the ceiling between this point and the center point of this one right here. So the next question then that you need to consider is, where do you want the string to come down? The actual rope that you're going to tie off. So looking at my setup, I have these cabinets here on the wall, and I've got an end to the cabinets right there, which would be a pretty convenient place to tie this off. So I think what I'll end up doing is have the strings coming down on this side of the garage so that it's pulling down properly and I can just tie it off real easy. Otherwise, they'd be hanging down kind of right in the middle under the light here, which I have a spot I could tie them off there as well. So I don't know, could really go either way. But whichever way works nicest for you with whatever else you've got going on in the garage, that's where you're gonna wanna put these, and you wanna mount that bracket first, and then you'll move the other one appropriately based on what the span is between handlebars and seat. Mounting the brackets is a pretty straightforward affair. You can either use the mounting holes on the side or the holes in the center. They only give you enough screws to use the holes in the center if you want to have screws left over for your tie-off bracket. But really you can do either method to attach these, keeping your spacing correct from pulley to pulley. Next step then is going to be to get the rope and start threading this. And there's a particular way that this needs to run through. To start the rope, you're going to untie it, grab one of these ends, let the rest of it drop, okay? And then up here on this bracket, not the one with the lock, but the other one, you're going to thread this through this square hole and out through this side. And then you're gonna tie a knot in it. So you're gonna have something like this, and then you just pull this through nice and tight, get snug in there, and that knot will sit up against the inside of this hole. Don't worry about this end piece. You can tuck it away if you don't like the look of it, but it won't matter. This then is going to come down and be the first thing that threads into the pulleys that hook to the bike. From this step then, you're going to thread through your pulleys. So you're gonna wanna take these and have them so the hooks face to the middle. You're gonna come down from here, go through this pulley, so around that guy, up over that guy, straight across to that one, down, and then you're gonna go through the second pulley like this and bring it right back up to the brake, and I'll show you how we hook that up. For the lock then, you're gonna take your rope that's coming up from that second pulley, you're gonna go over this pulley and then down into this bracket, go inside of this piece, that's the actual lock, and then through that hole right there. So this piece kind of swing out of the way. This is a friction lock, so it causes this to cinch down to stop them from freewheeling, and I'll show you how that looks in a minute. So here's the end result we're looking for, and excuse my wires wanting to twist here. It is actually correct that when these are untwisted, the hooks are pointing towards the middle. So it comes from the corner, comes down into this pulley, goes up, goes through the pulley up there, across the top, over that pulley, down through this hook, also facing in towards the center. That goes up and around through the brake. You can see how the brake is currently holding. When there's weight on it, what happens is that brake will pull down, so you can easily free pull it. And when you're releasing these, you kind of hold the wire over here to stop the brake from setting. And then when there's weight on it, it'll kind of click like that, and it'll hold the ropes in place and hold your item. So I'm gonna grab my son's bike and we'll throw it up on the ceiling. And there we have it, one bike installed on the ceiling. So with the hooks, the one set of hooks goes underneath the seat in the back. The other set of hooks goes around the handlebars in the front. And you just pull straight up, and this will be fully set. So then what I'm gonna do is mount the tie-off bracket right here to the railing. So I can just tie this off securely so I don't have to worry about the bike coming down. But that'll keep it well up and out of the way of the cars parking underneath it, and let it sit up here for the winter. I'm gonna do the same thing with my daughter's bike, but I'm gonna reverse them. So her handlebars will be on that side so that they can sit this close together. But same thing, run the brake off that end and run the rope down, and we'll be done. And just like that, we're done. So I've got my bikes hung, I've got the wires run down and tied securely here in the railing, just a standard kind of crossover. Then I coiled up the extra rope and just put it up here so it wouldn't be like in the dirt and everything in our garage here. So keeps it clean, keeps them secure, park underneath it, walk underneath it. I'm 6'1", so clearly headroom's not gonna be a problem. Still open up the cabinets, everything, so spacing's about right. So this being the end of a DIY dad video, I owe you a dad joke. So since we're dealing with bicycles, what do bicycles call their fathers? Popsicle. All right, remember with any DIY project, it doesn't have to be perfect. Most important step is just to do it. Stay safe, catch you on the next one. Bye.